another Germany. Okay, so people, let me write this down. People, the title of this video, are not gaslighting me with food anymore. Nana, nana, we got food. You can't get food since I'm able to. I found out where the food is in Illinois, so nobody's gaslighting me with the food anymore. Open so I can get more relaxed. So now it's nana, nana, nana. I'm hooked up on my partner doing all these lewd acts in public. Where's your partner? I'm hoping I can be your partner if I get you going enough. So that's the new hook, the new, I'm not gonna rule out that, me and Kylie, how do I word this in America? We're into that in Germany, in places where you're allowed to look at certain things publicly, but we don't do it with people who know that we don't want them. They just sit on top of you and they're, harassing you, and you have no interest whatsoever in dating them or anything further. That's not what I mean. I mean somebody sitting on top of you who is swing life. That's a good way to put it. They are with the swing life and they're sitting right on top of you and they're doing some sort of couples performance and you enjoying what you're seeing because you and your partner discussed this and you're into it. Me and Kylie do stuff like that. Me and Kylie do things in that way in Germany. I can't think of any other loose country other than Germany, but America is not very liberal on the topic of sex. I even feel guilty just saying the word in this country. That was dangerous that I even said it. I don't know how they figure people got here, how people were born, and some kind of sex was involved, something sexual was done, some kind of sex anatomy, something. So, but yeah, what's happening to me now on the trains is people groping, copping, feeling, people who know I don't want them. Again, where's your partner? Like, nana, 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 I have one, you don't kind of thing. That's the new gaslighting I've been experiencing on the subways. Not just there, various places on the, various places in Illinois. That's a good way to put it. So, but yes, in my omens, me and Kylie have interactions with people like that, but it's people that we want less than 3 feet from us, not people that you don't want. I don't care, child or not. You've seen certain, if I don't want you on me, I don't want you on me. Nobody likes to admit it. Nobody has the brass to admit it, but a few people. Some people say to certain kids and certain partners that I got arranged in marriage with, get off me. Look, get off me. I don't want you on me. Get off me. I've heard it before. I've witnessed it, and I couldn't laugh about it because the person would have got mad. They got dissed. But it's funny because you know they don't want you on you. It's gonna come back on you. Somebody you don't want. It's gonna follow you around. And I say that to a child or an adult. You need tough love. You don't get lenience with me because you're a child in certain areas of your life. Certain areas of the brain hadn't developed with you yet, but you know that's wrong. Kids will follow me now. You know it's wrong. But you're doing it anyhow. So, like I said, me and Kylie, we had some extracurricular activities, and not in America, in Germany. But this is not what's happening to me on trains and at various places. I'm being bothered by people who know I don't want them following me and know I don't want anything to do with them. Then they get online and they blast me or text me. And I guess they still got my old number saved when I had it public. I had it public when I had more than one line, but it's not good to put your number public unless you got a backup line. And more than two backup lines. Then you can put it public, or at least 2. So they must have got it when I had that extra phone. I don't have that extra phone anymore. So that's the thing now. It's people and and I got a car and you don't, and I got a year lease and you don't know when you're gonna get thrown out. So that's the new things people are doing to taunt me while I'm still stuck in the state and I can't go in and lock my doors and hide from these people. I have to look at them every day. These are people who know they're annoying and they're not just annoying me. That's just their lot in life. They go around doing it wherever they go. We all are called to do something. This is their calling. And I'm trying to get out of their path, but they, like I said, people have been following me. That's their job all day to follow me. I wouldn't know if the same person was following me every day, I wouldn't know. Unless it was, of course, the people that, even then, the people living in my building have followed me a couple times. And I'm so busy of a person, I'm so popular of a person, I don't have time to keep track of these people. It's probably in my footage somewhere. I know it is, but I don't, physically, I couldn't tell you who followed me from time to time and every day. It could be the same person every day, and I wouldn't know the difference. I'm not a loser that just sits at home all day and does nothing. Like, I have other things better to do. I got better things to do. But so yeah, Germany is yes, it's more liberal in sex and just you just don't know who has a rap sheet nowadays. You know, if somebody's coming in on you too hot in a romantic kind of way and they're less than 3 feet and they know that you don't. This is what I'm talking about. Somebody's on me and they're less than 3 feet knowing I don't want them on me. You know, what keeps me safe? I can't afford for this to fall to the wrong hands, but it's on my heart to say it. You need to exercise caution. If you're not sure what to do, sometimes I'm not sure what to do, but if you know somebody on you with the bedroom eyes and they giving you a romantic look and they done came in on you hot like your child running into the kitchen like you just put some cookies on. That's how fast these people are darting into me. If somebody's coming in on you that hot, like a toddler running to the kitchen on top of mama for cookies, and the cookies is, yo, you know what, I ain't gonna say because I can say your private parts. I believe I can get away with that in America. Your private parts. Then you need to, it's a free country, free world for now. Nothing you can do, like, you know, they can turn a table on you if you start shouting at them, hey, back up. And because they could say that you assaulted them verbally and that you're threatening them. So these people are nifty. There will be cons, and you need to just be careful. That's why they do it. That's why I know I'm not the first. They probably just got little stops they make all day. And because like I said, you can't say nothing to them. You can't say, you're creeping me out, get away from me. They can reverse that. Role reversal will, no one was standing there until you came up. And it's, you know, there's no sign that says I can't stand here. Like a lot of times it happens to me on the bus. It's a big open space and they'll come and stand right on top of me or sit right on top of me. And women, I'm pretty sure these are trans. Women behave a certain way and men behave a certain way. These are not, there's always men that do this to me, and then they're trying to pretend like they're a woman. The work that they got done is that good. I do a double take and I'm like, that's not a woman. So they're sitting too close, and some of it is uncanny. You just wouldn't know until, in my vision, Trump makes me pull the pants down. He makes me, there's only one way to know it, and the pastor said it. What's between their legs? That's the only way you really can know nowadays, is to pull down, and because it looks a certain way down there with the different genders. And he makes me look because he don't want to do it. You know, doctors, that's a doctor thing. Doctors have to be able to do that sort of thing. And I'm the doc, so he makes me look. And I lose my lunch on some of them. Some of them I do not. Some of them I have to mind my manners. And so yeah, back to the whole point. Just yeah, they somebody coming on you in a romantic kind of way. You know, just get your phone out or whatever your recording device is. If you got whatever your preferred method, any of those that you use to record digitally is good. The other ones, it's hard to find them now. The way how people camcorders, and they're hard to find. They're still out there, but I don't know where the fuck they're at. So just yeah, just record it. Be the best thing I can say, because when people start to, in courtrooms, you see it all the time. Your side versus their side. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's lying? You won't know until you watch the footage. So don't fall into that trap of trying to say something to them. They want you to say something to them. Any kind of interaction they can get from you. Who knows how long they fantasized about meeting you and talking to you. And then, you know, you blow them off, they reverse that on you and say you assaulted them. That happened to me a lot with my last ex. His company would come over in a romantic way and make me uncomfortable, and I try to tell my ex to say something to him, and he pushed it out. And they reversed it on me and said I was. A lot of times my ex would get on to me and not them. He'd come to me and say, "This friend of mine, sorry, these are not friends. This buddy of mine said you was rude, and I get in trouble." So that would be my advice: is to record everything as much as you can and everything, because when they start to lie about who came on to who, the camera don't lie. Then that will be my advice as far as at distance. Try to. You can't always keep distance, and you don't always feel like moving. Sometimes it's gonna be a Rosa Parks moment. You're not gonna feel like moving. My time is getting short with my phone. Just got a little indicator, but you are not always gonna feel like moving. But for safety, when a perp is trying to get on you in a romantic way, remember distance and filming. You can't trust the cameras in America. Some of them do not work. Some of these cameras are just around as illusions, so I mean they could work, but you don't want to risk your life or being assaulted and sexually assaulted off a whim. So use your own devices, your own recording devices as added measure. So if something bad happens to you, I hope it doesn't, you could say, hey, I noticed a street cam over there or there or there. Plus, I had my own camera. Like, let's say your camera came up stolen. The night I was assaulted, my camera came up stolen. But I said, I remember the camera being over here, here, here. So do both. Know where you're, and make sure that security camera gets a good look at your face. And make sure you get your face in there. If you'd like to wrap up like me, Arabic style, remove your facial covering so you can get your, like Luigi did. He took his mask down in that bank. Take it down. Wherever there's a good security camera, even, you just have to try. I do it. I show whenever I'm uncomfortable, I show my face on a security camera. Even though I don't know for sure if that camera works or not, you have to try. This person is that dangerous to where they can't take no for an answer. They're in your space in a romantic way and you didn't invite that behavior. Record them. If something does come up, nothing may come up. You may go on with your life years later and never remember this fuckwad. But if something does come up, cops can look at that footage and say, hey, somebody did post something up about this. America is a legal one. It's a legal country. Always have all your documents. And if you don't have all your documents, if somebody steals all your documents, like in my case, lost, stolen, domestic violence type stuff, know how you can retrieve those documents or know somebody that can help you retrieve them. All the above. Because and you're not going to get away from that. Most countries are legal countries. You need documents to verify who, what, where, how you are. So you can't get away from that. So make sure you get the legal stuff ready for perilous times. So that would be my advice as far as Germany. I don't know if Germany is a legal country or not. But that was the whole point to that, is just be careful, distance, and record. If somebody's making you uncomfortable in a sexual way, it may not mean anything. Sometimes you've been through a lot, like me. If you're a sexual assault survivor, you might misread something. It might be like, he might have just been standing close to you because there wasn't no room on the other side of the bus. Or your gut was right and he was standing too close to you because he was a pervert and he was trying to violate you and your space. So just record it. Nothing comes of it. You have that file as a legal document. You have legal. I can't preach enough. Legal documents. If you want to survive in most of the countries worldwide, legality. I did not know that at first. In my mother's household growing up, we weren't taught to make sure you take care of the legal stuff. That's why so many people, I've seen it in my own eyes, get screwed out of their own retirement because they didn't take the necessary legal precautions. Look at P. Diddy and R. Kelly. They didn't take the necessary legal precautions before they started screwing around with all these different genders. And as offensive as it sounds, you need to be asking people, if they don't want to talk into your wire, verbally ask them, you want to have sex, and what kind of, what are you okay with sexually? Verbally, that is a verbal agreement. And for the people who find themselves with somebody who's a nuisance, don't worry, nobody would ever believe them. You know, somebody who's such a nuisance, you just find yourself in a situation you didn't think you'd ever be in. Trust me, nobody would ever believe him that you two of you even had sex. So don't worry about him trying to say that you sexually assaulted him. Don't let that be in the back of your mind, because with those guys I was telling you about that don't take no for an answer, the ones in my snatch video, nobody would ever believe them. You never see them up on trial. No one would ever believe that. So rest assured, I love when people talk to me that way. Rest assured that it's okay. But ask anyhow, just to be on the safe side. Ask, even though these are black guys. Ask anyhow for consent. Like I said, legal country. I've never seen a black man on trial in that way. But just be on the safe side. Ask him, or have him write it down, or do all three. Write, say, talk to the mic. So just to clarify that it could happen. First time for everything. So yeah, just legally cover yourself. As stupid as it sounds, I know it does. To make sure the sex is consensual and leave a paper trail, leave a legal trail. This is what I say America. I don't know how Germany is. I need to do my research and homework on the same topics I'm discussing right now. So just